Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Chris. Thanks for stopping by here. Again, another episode of this live stream with the Miami Hurricanes Dynasty. One thing I've noticed that's been great, not just everybody watching the videos of the games, but everyone here helping out on the recruiting. And just to recap, we had our sixth game of the year against North Carolina. It was a thriller. Go back and check that out if you haven't. And we had three visitors: Chad Boyd, a linebacker, Shaman is another receiver, and then Khalil Brantley, a tight end. So let's get right into it. And the way this works, if you're new to it, jump in on the comments. This is our recruiting board. Jump in on the comments. Be sure to hit the like video if you guys like this series, if you like these live streams. And I want to hear your opinions. That's what's been great about these live streams. You guys jumping in on this recruiting process. So jump in the chat and let's get right to it. Again, so what this is we're finishing up the week against North Carolina. We've already set all this stuff. It's just kind of a quick recap. Then we'll advance the week and we'll go right into next week's recruiting. So again, Thad Franklin in a heavy battle. He's visiting. And a lot of these guys are visiting. Austin Joseph, you saw the staff went and visited him up in Westlake, Ohio. Good looking player. I'll show you how close we are getting. He's visiting week 13. We played Virginia that week. And then Oregon. Definitely looks like a Miami-Oregon battle there. Ham at the linebacker again, moving into the lead with him, moving in the lead with Seymour. Perry George, we're closing the gap. We've had some work to do, but I like what we're doing there. I want to look at the visit, see when he's going to Arkansas. So yeah, Arkansas is a little bit later, but we're doing it against the Florida State. That's when he's coming in. So obviously that rival bonus would be helpful. We gotta beat Florida State. Always. McLaughlin, another guy we've moved into lead to. What's up, Duffelsy? I think I pronounced that right. Glad you're here. Again, jump in on the chat. Let me know what guys you like. I got a request earlier about somebody thinking we need to focus on defensive tackles, and I like that plan. So we're going to do that too. This is PS3, man. I wish there was a PS4 game. I've been doing those simulations. You guys have seen those with the great graphics and things like that. I'm going to do another one Friday, so you guys will have to check that out. Hefner, we're in the lead for there. We're looking good. I feel good about some of these guys, a lot of these guys, to be honest with you. So Darren Williams is that 5-star D tackle, or O lineman. Not quite sure because he's an athlete, and we've only scouted him a little bit. But I was confident that we just need to go all in on him. The ratings will come back if he's truly a 5-star. We'll come back fine, and then we'll just kind of either way. I would take him if either way he is. What's up, Daquan? Glad you're here. Glad you made it. I just talked about D tackles. We're right there on Darren Williams. We definitely want to jump in on that. JB Drew, another. That's our quarterback. Kind of our second option behind Joseph. Haven't decided exactly if we're going to take two. Chad Boyd, the linebacker. We're hoping for a commitment there. That was the request last week by one of our recruit necks. Thought we should, we got the visit. We've got the big lead. It'd be great to... I don't think he has another offer. No other offer, so it'd be great to get a commitment out of him. Yeah, definitely need one more, and I'll go look at D tackles here in a second. But Jack Brown, again, the sleeper from last week. We found him. Shout out to that recruit Nick that did that. Torian Buchanan, same thing. We've got people scouring the boards, looking for hidden gems. High schooler Jalen Brown. I know a high schooler, Jalen Brown. Here we go. Again, bottom of our list. Some sleepers, some guys here at the bottom. We're going to advance this week quickly because the time we spent on most of this each week, we just have the one D tackle, Lorenzo Roberts. We added him a while ago. I don't really remember why. Just the size. Yeah, Daquan, we haven't advanced yet. I'm just doing a quick recap of the week of the guys on our board, and then I'll advance. Again, the ends. These guys have been on. Wilson and Gibson have kind of been on our board a little bit. Good hype sleeper possibly, but just haven't scouted him enough, so don't really know. Yeah, I definitely want to. We've got some spots to add to the boards. So these guys don't have offers. A lot of 60s in there. But yeah, I think that's good for now. I don't think there's anything else I want to show you guys here. So let's go ahead and push this forward. And one thing on the visits, so I remember early in the game, so Boyd again, a linebacker, Brantley the tight end, and Matire the receiver, you get bonus points based on stats, how you do in the game. I remember early in the game I was watching it, trying to get those bonus points each time. But man, the way the game was going, I kind of was just like, I can't worry about the recruits, you know what I mean? Like, I had to worry about getting this win, and I felt like I don't think we got the bonus points maybe on any of them. I know Brevin Jordan had a big game, but he had 92 yards, I think, and the bonus was for 100. Obviously, if it was if it was a blowout, I could have padded the stats, but I couldn't worry about that the way the game was going. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel about these three recruits. If we're going to be able to land them. Brantley, we're close to getting locked out on. So that's the thing there. Man, I cannot believe we're advancing to week 9. That's crazy to me. We play Boston College. I just can't believe we're moving the season along like this. And I'm glad you guys have stayed interested. I was a little unsure, you know, how popular, or not popular, just how interested you guys would be in something like this. It's new to the channel. Brought it out a couple months. Been doing these series, these video game simulations, different series. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying them. We're going to keep this thing going. And also, if you guys are chiming on, if you guys are here for this, it means you're a diehard recruiting fan. Obviously Miami fans, but recruiting. I just want to recommend maybe jump in on, whoa, okay, we got a bunch of stuff going on. I'll get to that point in a second. Good. We were really close on, okay, Borgalis wants to visit. Brock wants to visit. Hammett, yeah, we know that. It's Marshall. Yeah, we're in a battle to the end with Franklin. Okay, we got the plus 200 for Boyd. Okay, that's good for Brantley, plus 450. Shimon plus 500. So we're doing good. The Boyd, I wish it was a little bit more. Coffin 1, it's probably Ole Miss. Gibson doesn't have an offer, and we've not been putting a lot of points into him, but he said he wants to visit. Okay, that's good news there. So we've got 3 new guys that want to visit: Borgalis, Brock, and Gibson. Visits went pretty good. I was pretty pleased with Brantley. That 450 is helpful. Boyd, that's fine. Again, only school that's offered. I mean, those guys saw a thriller, man. So, yeah, look at this. So we get this coach experience points. We're going to put that towards recruiting. 14-point comeback win, ESPN Classic. We've been in the top 10. I guess that was the first week because we went to 10 on the bye week and then to 6. Schedule. Yeah, we're just getting some points. Okay. I'm a little curious. I'm not really paying attention to the top 10, you know, not scoreboard watching. So we stay at number 6. That's okay, but I'm not really paying attention to that. The goal this year is to win the ACC. As it gets later in the year, we'll check to see if we can crack into that, how it looks at the top, if we stay in the mix, man. But we're only staying in the mix if we keep winning, and I've got to get a little bit better, more balance, the whole thing. Lulu Wolf, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Daquan, I thought we did too. And yeah, big news for the Miami Hurricanes last night, getting up a linebacker, Deshaun Troutman. I did a quick live stream for him last night. just kind of mess around a little bit. But okay, so here we go. We got Franklin. What in the world? Texas San Antonio taking that shocking lead over Florida State. That's pretty good. Oh, you visited there, that's why. Man, week 9 and then week 10. We have our Florida State, so it goes Boston College in week 9, then we got Florida State in week 10. Yeah, the UTSA got that big win. Man, that's crazy. That's cool. Franklin moved up there. Obviously, we want to be there, but I feel like if we do well against Florida State, we'll have a shot. And I've got to run well, keep running well. Hold on. I wonder if it's making any difference at all. We've struggled with impressing Thad with our playing style. Yeah, Lulu, it's crazy with recruiting rankings, how everything works. I think everyone thinks Alabama will be just fine though. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, I'm poking. Yeah, playing style. We're not making any moves. We almost had 100 yards with Cameron Harris, but I feel like you got to do it more consistently, which makes sense. Okay, Austin Joseph. Good. We got that green bar. We were in the orange last time, so we're moving. We're stretching the lead there. Let's look at top schools. Yeah, Oregon lost 95. Hammett. He's got that cut line. We made the cut there. We figured we would. We're in the lead. So our lead extended by a little bit. It's going to come down to visits. He's almost locked Oklahoma out. That's crazy. 99% locked, and they're going to visit. He's visiting Oklahoma this week, so they're going to boost right back in there. That's crazy. Talk about that's nuts. Orange and green blood. I know you're always chiming in on the comments. I appreciate it. Always showing your support. It's awesome. And everybody that shows the support, man, it's like I said, it's very helpful in those tough games, those games I'm grinding out. I know you guys want to see Hurricanes get wins here. Perry George, we're moving up. That's good. We're cutting into the lead. Arkansas's lead there. Man, so many of these guys, that week 10 visit, I feel like it's going to make such a big difference. Hold on. I want to see what bonus stuff we got to do. So Perry George, 3 sacks. If I had to guess, I feel like we get 3 sacks by the D-line each game. If it's, I feel like it'd be like right at 3. So that we definitely would have to do that. The 2 tackles for loss, I feel like we'll get that. But that 3 sacks is borderline. But I think it feels like we do it each week. McLaughlin again, just looking at these cut lines. We made a little bit of an increase over Ole Miss. So that's big news. I've been in on Hudson for a long time. Some of you guys were a little questioning, and I'll show you why. His scouting. I love him because he's 6'5", 96 speed. You guys, some people are questioning the 62 catching. Obviously, that's terrible. But Clemson offered, they move up quite a bit, but we still got that big lead, and they're about to lock out the other schools. I bet it looks like Florida State's going to get locked out before he visits, so it's going to come down to Miami Clemson. Kind of a Frank Ladson battle here, but I like that. Hey man, orange and green, that's awesome. You know, I'm trying to give you guys plenty of content, mixing things up. And obviously we've got big things in store for the season, so just continuing to progress. I like this live stream stuff. Working on it. I jumped on last night. Again, just a reminder, I jumped on last night after the commit. I'm going to look to do that more. Yeah, Hudson's a project, but man, yeah, I like him. Okay, so Brantley, we move up quite a bit. You know, the Brantley situation is really interesting because we're trailing by a bunch, but it's UCF, Troy, and UAB. And no disrespect, especially to UCF. Obviously, a really good program, but man, if you're Miami, you got to feel like you can win this. So we probably got to crank that up. Let me just check this video, make sure you guys are still good to go here. Looks like I did a quick refresh. Hopefully you guys are, I think you're good to go now. Yeah, I got to pay attention to that screen. Hopefully it wasn't too, I don't think it was too much of a delay. I just saw it pop up. But anyways, Alfred Brock again, only school to offer. We like him quite a bit. Shout out to Houston. Man, Houston's always in the news with the Houston Cougars. Obviously, Miami gets De'Aaron King. They're trying to get Jared Williams. Miami's kicker, Bubba Baxa, goes to Houston on a transfer. You know, recently, a few years ago, Miami defensive coordinator Mark D'Onofrio went to Houston. I just read a story about Lou Hudley, Miami's punter, was training with a bunch of Houston guys from Australia on a rugby field. So check out InsideTheU.com for that article. But yeah, just Miami and Houston right now, just a lot of connections. And now the Nick Hafner thing. I know that's a huge storyline for everybody. 500 on Brantley. I feel it. Let's just do it right now, and then we'll adjust it later. Because I was thinking the same thing. We got to get him. Miami Northwestern. I was thinking the same thing. Can we get a commit? My goodness. Look at Tim Burns just... we cannot get a... I mean, he is dragging this thing out. I thought it like 4 weeks ago he's going to be our first commit. Okay, where were we? Boyd, again, the lead. I want to see Darren Williams. We're going in the right direction there. I feel like eventually we got to crank up points on Williams with a 5-star guy. And he's just early in the process. %76% locked. We might get that one quick. Okay. Jack Brown was one of our sleepers. Only one to offer. What's going on, B-Buddies? Glad you're here. Thanks for the support. Yeah, let's go. Let's go for sure. That's interesting. So the Torian Buchanan thing, when we looked at his top priorities, what he's looking for, the proximity to home kind of concerned me because it's low, and I felt like if Texas gets involved, they could grab him. But Louisiana Monroe making that push for him. We're gonna have to probably go more on him if we want him. Again, these guys are that's kind of the cutoff for us. Right here at Wilson kind of starts a list of a bunch of guys we're just haven't done much with. Not scouting them, they're just kind of on the board. Haven't decided what we're going to do. Yeah, Lee Bass, he's that 6'6" receiver. He didn't have, we got to scout. Some of these, it's tough because we're kind of getting to the point where we don't want to use a bunch of points on scouting. But some of them I feel like we need. Oh, there's Cliff Chavez. Alabama moving in the lead a little bit. Weaver, he's a safety out of Louisiana, Ruston. I can't remember how important closeness to home is to him. Proximity to home. So, yeah, same kind of thing. If LSU gets involved, we'll probably have a tough time getting them. Anthony Bell from Opelika, local guy. It's like 6'1", 6'2", cornerback. Again, a sleeper. We're just kind of staying there, haven't offered. But I like that we have not offered, but we're still ahead of USF and Florida State. Lorenzo Roberts. See, I thought he was a sleeper. Now he's got that Georgia offer. man, that might be a hidden gem. Georgia figured it out. Hopefully you guys saw that Georgia simulation with Miami. You guys got to go back on that. So we should offer on him? I don't know. 63 overall, man. That's really low. Again, Jamal Jackson, a corner we started looking at. Just basically right now, I'm just kind of seeing how much of a movement we've made on these guys over a week, because we added maybe these bottom, maybe 5 to 10 guys. The Miami North Carolina battle, we beat North Carolina, and now we're really close to getting a commitment from him without him visiting North Carolina. And obviously for the real season, he recently decommitted, so that's why I put down to 0 points. Okay, I feel like we're kind of at a little bit of a standstill with our recruiting right now. So we've got almost 150 points here. All this is going to stay the same up at the top. 500 is our max. I still feel good about Hudson. Oh, how close? Went the wrong way. So I'm trying to see where Franklin, what his lock percent is. I skipped right over it. Top schools. Oh, it already showed that. So we're just kind of hanging in there, basically. Must stay within 1294. So if we slip, then you get locked out. Got it. Makes sense. But anyways, we could be getting some commitments soon because we're really close. We won't get the commitment here, but we need to stay above that cutoff line. Again, Brock, really like him with that 92 acceleration, 80 pass block. He's a JUCO prospect. Yeah, we need to schedule the visits. Borregales was one, Brock. Okay, so let's just go Borregales, and I'm thinking Florida State because, again, it's a big week for us, and it's a Miami-Florida State battle. So let's just do that since it's what we've been doing. Whoops. It's what we've been doing with our other guys. Gibson, we haven't even offered, so I don't know about that. Brock is an interesting one. So Brock, we're going to go week 13 because what we've been doing, so we've been doing week 10 was a lot of prospects, but a lot of defensive guys. So the week 13 is our offensive guys. So you get those bonus points. So you see the complimentary visits with Brock being an offensive guard. We get the bonus points with Joseph, quarterback, Hefner, and McLaughlin. So definitely it just makes sense to do it here. And then Gibson, and doesn't, I mean, we could just bring him in. I don't have much of an opinion on when to bring him in. Maybe we do that We haven't even offered this guy. I still don't necessarily, I don't know if I want to, but acceleration was high. That's why he's been up there. So here's our options. We're kind of, I didn't realize this. So yeah, we're kind of down in the season. So we only have options for, so this week against Boston College, we only have 3 home games left. This thing is like, I cannot believe how, okay, so yeah, week 9 here, week 10, and then week 13, and then week 15 we have a bye. We haven't set up any visits. I don't like that idea, but with Gibson, let's just do it here because if other people get involved, this might be a good time to grab them. We're not really sure if we want to do it, and also, if he becomes a priority, we've got some weeks to kind of boost him up a little bit. So let's just go ahead and do it here. Plus, it also gives you an idea of maybe how it works. Yeah, you get the no bonuses. That makes sense. But we would get the extra bonuses with, or the score would go. Essentially, if he schedules before that, our score would go up. We'd get more points. That's why we're even doing that. So again, we're going to look at all prospects. We're going to look for defensive tackles. Kind of the same philosophy what we did with DBs the week before. And this is sorted by the top ranked D tackles in the country. Obviously, the top guys are locking people out. So at this point in the game, we want to sort. We want to reverse the sort. And look for percent lock. Basically, these are guys that are still early in the recruiting process. You know what? We got to look at 3 stars. I always like looking at the squats here with some of these guys. This 595 stands out. So yeah, really early. 496 speed just in comparison. Looks okay. Let's add Stokes. Again, we're just targeting them. We're not offering or anything like that, but just a quick look. And obviously, and this is what happened last week, you guys, when I was scrolling through the board, you guys saw something I missed, and if there's guys here that you're seeing, throw out the name on the chat, and we'll go back up and look. Where's that 620? 62 overall. Kind of want to just kind of scrolling through the percent locked, and then we'll kind of come back. The 3-star guy. He doesn't have an offer yet. And Daquan, you're looking at Jackson and Gene. I wonder if you meant Dean. We'll go back up though. There's Gene, and then I want to find the Jackson since you mentioned him first. Yeah, the 70 overall pops, the North Lauderdale. And see, that's the thing that's we've kind of noticed with these guys is those JUCO guys really tend to be sleepers. It's kind of worked out for us. The Chad Boyd was one, and there's Jackson, another JUCO guy. Gene, another JUCO guy. Our board's at 33. We'll add a couple more, but we can go clean out some guys. We certainly have room. Maybe we'll come back to Roberson. But let's see if there's any other. What about this guy? Franklin Stewart, the 44 overall. That's crazy. I mean, this dude's even a 52. Oh, Franklin's a 44. Hey, shout out to Amarillo, Texas, though. Guys are just breeding prospects there. 68. Okay, what do we got here? Out of California. Yeah, I felt like we looked at him before. Pitch info, proximity to home. So, we'll skip over that. But the 68's a lot closer to the 70 that we're looking for. Alabama. Interested in Miami. Yeah, we're getting close to this 40% stuff. Yeah, we're starting to get a little too high. I want to look at DNs real quick. The Quan, just because I don't really know how we're doing on those sleeper types. I don't know where they. Nothing there. 62. I'm just gonna scroll real quick. I'm gonna look for 70s. If there's anything down here, there's one. Out of Seminole, Oklahoma. I'll add Bowen. I like that his ranking's a little bit higher. Okay, I want to come. We'll knock some guys off the board. Go at the bottom again. You get 35. We've maxed out our 35, but I want to add more. Gene Jackson again. Barry and Bowen. Stokes was that first one. What are we doing with Mitchell here? Here, let's sort it by position. Maybe there's some guys at the bottom of positions. Again, we've got 4 strong safeties. We don't have a free safety on our target list. (21, 15, 22). See, Weaver we lead for if we want to get involved there. Baird, I like that height. That's why I was excited about him. We did offer him. And then Mitchell, I guess I'm a little undecided here. Corners. Stokes is the one from Utah. I remember him. We just added him. There we go. We'll do that then. And then we've got a few more spots. We'll go O-line. See if we can find some offensive linemen. Again, I feel good about McLaughlin. I feel good about Brock. So we've got two guys I feel like we're going to get. Let's start with tackles. I've been covering the team a long time, and off the top of my head, I can't think of a guy from Utah that played at Miami. Maybe you guys know. How's this for a sleeper? 78 down here. I'm gonna check him out there real quick. Yeah, just really early on in the process, new offers. I like that he's from Maryland, in the sense that there's not a local school that he'll automatically go to. And again, we've had to grind on recruiting because of the scouting, the skill points I didn't unlock at the beginning of the year. I was focused on the team stuff. And so it's been a little bit tougher, but obviously next season, and I want to keep this thing going. We're not just recruiting this just because it's fun to get recruits. We want to keep this thing going. It's called Dynasty. This is the Dynasty series. You know, the 66 overall. Again, Wyoming, Nevada's right there. We already know we'd out recruit North Carolina though. Yeah, the JUCO junior, yep. There's Chavez there. I don't see any other guys. There's Noah there, but he's from Alabama. Alabama's leading, or top school they might not have offered though. We're starting to get the 40% stuff. This is a little too high for me. Need to be right around that, really, but closer to 20 to be honest. A 69 overall. Maybe Walter Jenkins is the guy. I like that he's interested in Miami already. Six 312. Let's go ahead and add him to the board. Again, hoping the overalls are a little closer to 70. We're leading for this guy. Big fan out of Idaho. Blackfoot. They get the Miami games in Blackfoot. I like that. He's probably on InsideTheU all the time, getting all of his information. Yeah, I feel like we gotta go back up. We're getting nowhere here. Man, I was laughing at a 44, but man, this guy is 40 overall. Hey, it's not where you start, it's where you finish, right? Yeah, we're getting, I don't like any of this stuff. Okay, there's a 68 out of New Mexico. I don't know, is this even worth? Versus 72. I like that. He just kind of popped up here. we're a ways away, so we'd essentially be like help them. Okay, we're already at 50%. Let's go ahead and just add Barnes. Is there any other position off the top of my head? Oh, we've not. Let's look at see some athletes here. On the board and dropped them. So the percent lock's already starting to get into the 40s. Yeah, let's go ahead and add the guy right here, Amos. I'm okay with that. 61211. Did not mean to do that. What are we doing? Okay. I want to see maybe if we have an idea of what position Amos would be. What up, kid? Meathead. Appreciate you stopping by. I'm glad you're enjoying this. All of it just a little ridiculous. Hey, it is, but I think the thing is, like, if you're a college football fan, at some point you've probably either played or come across this game, or you just, like right now, if you're here, enjoy recruiting, enjoy talking about things. But also just, you know, the entertainment purpose of it, and just kind of taking things for what it is. Coach stability. Miami's only a B. But yeah, I hear you. I'm not trying to take it too serious in one way, but on the other side, I want to do well. Yeah, let's go ahead and I like that he's a B. Let's just go ahead and add him. That'll close out our board. We got a few points. Yeah, kid, Meathead, you talk about can the kid play when you turn on the tape or not. I'll give you a quick story that I remember in the recruiting, just something I always enjoyed. So Clinton Portis, when he was being recruited by Miami out of Gainesville, it was reported that the Florida wanted him as a DB. Miami thought of him maybe could be a running back. Solinger went into the office to meet Clinton, and Clinton's sitting at the coach's desk. The story is he was sitting at the desk, sitting on a chair, and Solinger walks in and Portis flipped him his game tape and said something like, "See if I can play running back," or "Tell me I can't play running back," that kind of thing. And obviously Solinger liked it, liked his attitude, his mentality, and he obviously was a great running back. So just kind of can he play or not? You know, I think that's such a big thing. And you know what? One thing I've found out over the years, just kind of covering recruiting and kind of just being around it, and obviously you talk to different people because everyone sees things differently. But one thing I've noticed, man, like seeing guys in person, and I like getting to games early. I like watching pregame warm-ups. I like watching how they, just everything, every single thing that they do when I get my chance to put my eyes on them. How they warm up with their teammates, how they take warm-up. I mean, just every little thing that they do. Do they like the game? Are they just kind of there? Is their helmet off the whole time? Do they look like they don't really want to be there? Are all, I don't know, just being able to see guys in person, I feel like you can get a good sense. And obviously you can be wrong on things. I kind of want to crank this one up a little bit. Again, Boyd. Let me know where you guys think I need to add some points. But anyways, you can obviously be wrong on guys. But I think when you see them in person, you know, you really always want them to stand out. And the bottom line is, can he play? Can he make plays? Can he help you win a conference championship at some point in his career? We've got like 100 points. It's not a ton. I'm a little... Let's see here. I feel like these other guys we just added, if we want to scout them a little bit. Yeah, I'm okay with Drew as well. And I was thinking that, and that's why we kind of dropped off on Ricks. Because I feel good about Joseph, and their lead kind of is extending. And again, we'll have Nkosi, Tate, Tyler Van Dyke, and then Joseph for 2021. That seems like more than enough. Plus, you know, you just don't want a crowded room, and we're not all the way, so we don't know exactly what Drew is. What if we would need to do some more points here? Yeah, Kid Me Dead, man. I'm sure you would have been in the NFL. It's tough how things work out sometimes. Man, I don't know. Competition on recruits. I think a lot of guys are. You just kind of get to know them a little bit, and everyone ticks differently. But I have seen some competitive guys recently. Man, I'm just okay. Let's just put a little points on these guys. Just put 5. $4,875. Just trying to jump on their board a little bit. We're probably gonna get a commitment there without. I don't even know if you guys want that commit. I don't know what you guys are thinking here. That'll put us at 4,900. I don't even know if that was worth it. I don't even know why. We need to, let's just take this guy. I mean, we're not gonna, he's from Georgia. Georgia Tech's leading. I liked his skills, but we'd have to really change our mind on Jamie Lewis. And I feel like the only way we would do that is if we knew what he was in terms of scouting. Like, that's all we know about him. And for us to go all in on him, I don't know. I'm going to take this guy off. Man, he's not going to be better than Hudson Daquan. Why would you even say something like that? I'll just put him at 0. Hudson's going to be a beast. You watch. He's got 96 speed and he's 6'5". I'm going to make that work. You guys are going to come back here. If he... I'm going to probably get all frustrated and you guys are like, see, I told you. Where's our 78 guy? Give him another point. Okay, so here's what we got. We're 100 points off. On the 50, we can offer a couple guys. Let's go to who does not have an offer. Yeah, let's just. He won't play. Daquan, are you going to stick around to see Hudson in a Miami uniform? We're in the 2023 season. Oh, you watch. I'm gonna get him out there. We're gonna do something with him. He's gonna hold kicks or something. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Turner and Amos just to offer. In terms of, we've got 100 points. I'd rather offer than scout, to be honest, at this point in the process. The only other thing is maybe if we want to go add some more points to Williams. Savion Collins. Let's see. So I've seen Savion play when he was out Southwest. Southwest is a decent team. Obviously he stood out there physically. And I felt like I left the game wanting a little bit more from him. The physical skills are there. And then same thing so now he's at Palmetto. Same kind of thing. And the only thing is now he's overshadowed by Leonard Taylor, who makes a ton of plays. And I don't think there's any question that Taylor's a better player. Savion still, again, physically it's there. It's something you definitely feel like you can work with. But in terms of the production, it just had, when I've seen him, it's not really been there. And as far as Miami interest, when I was at one of the games last year, and players do this, don't get me wrong, but he was decked out in Florida Gators gloves, and he was still a Miami commit. And I don't know, man. Maybe it's a small thing, maybe it's not anything. Maybe it is a big thing, but personally, I'm just not a fan of it. So it just makes me wonder his commitment to Miami, even though he hasn't publicly stated anything. So it's how I feel about him. It's more of, just what I've seen as a player. Physical tools are there. I'd like to see a little bit more production. And as far as Miami staff, they're obviously going to have to make their own decisions with that. It feels like Palmetto. If Miami's going to get in, man, it just feels like they're trailing on all those guys. And I really like the corners. I really like Corey Collier. I know he's listed by some people as a safety. I've seen him play mostly corner. But I really like, and maybe one reason why people think he can be safety, he's a little bit lighter, thinner guy. But he's such a good tackler, a willing tackler from the corner position. And he's got good height, but still thin. So if he can run with guys, I'd keep him at corner. But I really like his playmaking ability. I like his mindset. I like his upside, everything with him. Jason Marshall's a really good athlete. I've seen him on the basketball court. He's just kind of a role player for Palmetto there. But football, man, guy makes plays at receiver, kick returner. And then I've seen him play corner as well. Not quite the corner playmaker that Collier is, but still a really good athlete, really good player, and a really good piece for any college program. Just kind of veering off talking about these guys. If you want to talk about Savion Collins on this game, we didn't have a shot at him, and we had to remove him from the list. But anyways, I don't want to mix things up. I felt like I had to put a disclaimer in, guys, when I did that Isaiah Walker, when he made his debut in the game. If you guys saw it on the Dynasty, because I said, oh, he got cleared. We got him in on the game, but I didn't want people to get confused between real life. You know, they still don't know. So anyways, I don't want to mix up the Collins, my opinion of completely different guys. I hope you guys understand that. All these players, completely different what I think about them as people, as opposed to playing them on this game. The game is fun and entertaining, and I'm into it here. Okay, we need to wrap this up, guys. We're just poking around here. Okay, what are we doing here? Okay, we're either gonna offer the 278s, or we're gonna look at if there's any guys at the top we need to that we've been recruiting. You know, you guys convinced me to take some points off Hudson. That's all right. We're still gonna get him. Brantley, we maxed that out. We've got big leads here. You know, I don't like that that's close. When is he visiting Florida State? Week 12. Yeah, they gained a bunch of points. Let's do it here. I know it's a kicker, but we gotta have him on our team. That's just what that is. And we can't have him at Florida State. I mean, that's what was going on with Florida. They dropped off tremendously. Yeah, let's leave it here. But I'll max that out if I have to. Let's take those. We'll stay there. Okay, so Buchanan's going to take some points for us to get him. Yeah, I feel like I want to offer those guys too. I guess Buchanan, we added him to list and offered him, but I can't, you know, I don't like that we're behind on some guys. But he's got a long ways to go. Here's the plan on these two guys, and same way with the other guys on the percent locked, because they've got so much to go in their recruiting, that the plan is hopefully these guys start committing. We can grab these 500 points, all these guys. We need all these guys to come off the board, so we can start going after these other guys more. Let's just keep these guys on the board. We don't know if we want... I don't want to put silly points out there. I know you like Jackson and Gene. I'll leave the 5s on there. Let's go ahead and offer these guys. prospect overview, Turner, and Amos. And because we're not getting good bonus points on Amos, I feel like I want to kind of crank that up a little bit more. I'm okay on this philosophy with this week. You know, I like where's Amos on his situation? I mean, he doesn't have anybody. We got that offer out there. I feel like Buchanan's going to take some more points. Yeah, the thing with Drew, I mean, somebody's going to get involved with him. He's going to get offers. He's a 4-star guy. I just want to make sure we get, you know, I feel like I got to get one of these guys. We're in the lead with Joseph, and I've been feeling good about it. And you know we're getting all those bonus points. I mean, we're definitely throwing for 250. I mean, I threw for 4 interceptions last game and threw for 3 some. Maybe it was 400 by the time that game was crazy. So you want to switch the safety points with Barrett. Let's take a look. I think he's at 25. Again, really early in the process. If we want to jump in there, we can. I'm okay with Weaver because look, Weaver, we've just got this massive. I'm going to take all those points, to be honest. And Weaver does not have an offer. Man, Kid Meathead, I think you're being a little critical of these guys, man. I think the perception of things is a little bit different, you know. And I don't know Savion personally, you know. And Bogle, I mean, just because a guy, I think sometimes we get a little caught up in the whole recruiting process and forget that it is a process. You know, Bogle was a guy that had really good options all the way through. He was trying to win a state championship and trying to sort things out. And obviously, you would have liked for him to end up at Miami, good player and things like that. But there's a lot that goes into this recruiting process. I think we sometimes forget either what the process might be for an individual and also the timeline. Because like right now, like with Troutman, for example, you know, you get that commitment now. That's what you want. You want everyone to commit early and not explore their options. But that's kind of not that's why they have signing periods. That's why the signing period isn't in July. It's for them to explore everything. So just kind of, I think in general, just maybe let's keep a few things in mind with how things are going and understand that it is a process. And I think sometimes the perceptions of the recruits is a lot different than maybe either things that the actual realization of what's going on. But, you know, again, on the flip side, like, I do understand people are really into it. Like, I get why people are interested in recruiting, and I get why you want recruits to end up at Miami. And I'm really curious what Jared Williams is going to end up doing. I'm sure when you guys look at it, you're probably thinking, why hasn't he made the decision yet? Miami's a good option for him. He played with De'Eric. you would essentially come in and start, or you would think. So, anyways, I'm kind of done. And Kid Meathead, I hear you, and I'm not trying to preach or anything like that. I'm just a few observations, opinions on things, and you're not the only one to have opinions on recruits. My goodness, everyone does. And it is a little tough. Yeah, things have changed. And you want to talk about things changing with recruiting? Like the way things are now in our current state with the world in our country. And I was talking to a high school coach yesterday. We think so much about what is NFL, what are pro sports going to do with everything? What is baseball going to end up doing? Basketball, are they coming back? Hockey kind of has a plan. And then we think about college. But we don't sit here and think too much about high school. I talked to the high school coach. I mean, you talk about logistics with high school stuff, and they're going to play without fans. And the thing is, with high schools playing without fans, is way different than college or pros, because college or pros essentially generates revenue with their TV deals. High schools, they're not generating money off TV deals. So if they don't have fans and they don't make that much money, particularly down here, because they don't have these huge crowds at games, at some point, yeah, you're wondering risk-reward type thing, and the coach is hoping they at least get a few games. And the reason was because he wants guys to be able to get scouted for colleges, put some stuff on film. And I thought that was an interesting perspective. Again, we've not talked much about what's high school sports going to look like this fall, or high school football. And with that, what's it going to look like with recruiting? Yeah, Daquan, I hear you. It's an interesting perspective on it. And Kid Meathead, man, I appreciate you chiming in with your opinions. I'm glad you're here, man. Like, again, don't think that I'm trying to preach or scold or anything like that, man. Just like difference of opinions, and also, we all just got to stay positive with everything, in general. I'm kind of done. You guys, I'm happy with where we're at with our recruiting efforts here. Again, so we're doing this every Thursday. Tuesdays, we drop the next game. It's against Boston College. I'm excited about that. Got to run the ball, be more balanced. I'm looking for a game that is not close. I am tired of these fourth quarter thrillers. and then also tomorrow, check out, I'm going to do one of the simulations, Miami against another team. Again, done Georgia, North Carolina, and Michigan. So yeah, definitely check that out. Yeah, great day in the books. Daquan, huge help as always. Glad you're here. Again, Kid Meathead, everyone else that jumped in on the live stream, I'm glad you're here. Let's wrap this up. I appreciate everyone. Thanks for your support.